Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Judge, this is the case of the Wilson.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Miss Wilson, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes, I would like an increase in my financial support.
Okay. And your financial support or support for your children?
Support for the children.
Okay. Mr. Wilson, please.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it, okay? Do not address her. I'm talking to her. You will have your opportunity to speak, okay?
Yes,
Thank
Your
you. Go ahead.
As I was saying, I'm already receiving child support, yes,
Okay.
but I would like an increase for our children.
Okay, how many children do you all have?
2.
And how much are you receiving at this time?
$1,500 a month.
$1,500 a month, okay. And you believe that you're warranted an increase? Like, did he come into some money that you know about?
As a matter of fact,
All right, everyone, let's get into today's big courtroom moment. The Wilson case. This one's all about money and honesty. Miss Wilson is asking the court to raise the child support payments. She says Mr. Wilson, who works as a lawyer and also earns extra money from oil and gas deals, isn't being fully honest about how much he really makes. She believes their kids deserve more financial support based on his actual income than on the other side. Mr. Wilson is trying to make it look like he doesn't earn that much, likely hoping to keep his payments low. Tensions are high, but the judge isn't here to play games. From the very beginning, she makes it crystal clear. This hearing will focus only on the facts, no drama, no distractions. Let's dive into this financial face-off.
his secretary kind of told me.
His secretary told you?
Yes.
Did she tell you something or did you ask her to look for you?
No, honestly, she just brought it to my attention.
Sounds like you need a new secretary. She's just telling your ex-wife all of your business?
I don't know what she's talking about.
It's his ex-lover.
Ex-lover, okay. We're not going to get into all of that. That has nothing to do with this court.
Thank you.
Mr. Wilson, no, I don't need you to thank me, sir.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Okay, let's go. What is she talking about?
Well, I have an interest in an oil and gas, 2 oil and gas partnerships.
Okay.
But really, it's been a dud. We hadn't made any money until the last year we made some money.
What's some money?
I don't know how much the partnership made, but I received a $50.
Let me ask this question. When I ask a question, just answer it.
Yes, Your
I don't need all the extra.
Yes, Your Honor.
How much money are we talking about?
Well, the partnership itself made about $3 million.
$3 million.
But I received $50,000 distribution.
Now we're getting to it. You received 50?
I didn't receive $50,000. $50,000.
Did you come in my courtroom to play games? I'm really not here to play games with you.
No.
He does that a lot.
Your Honor, she's talking when I'm talking.
And I'll get to her in just a minute, ma'am. I'll need you to save your comments until I return to you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Wilson.
Miss Wilson takes the stand with confidence, ready to show that the child support she's getting isn't enough. She currently receives $11,500 a month, but she believes Mr. Wilson is earning much more than he lets on. Then comes the shocker. She reveals that he recently got a $50,000 payment from his oil and gas business. How did she find out? His own secretary gave her the info. The judge raises an eyebrow at the surprise. Mr. Wilson quickly tries to explain, saying the money went straight to pay off an IRS debt. But by then, the damage is done. This revelation changes everything. The focus now shifts to whether Mr. Wilson has been honest about his income and whether he's truly meeting his financial responsibilities. The courtroom tension rises as both sides gear up for a serious fight over money and fairness.
You received $50,000, correct?
No.
Okay, so tell me what's up with the $50,000?
Well, the partnership paid a debt of mine in the amount of $50,000.
Okay, so your partnership paid a debt of $50,000. What debt was that?
It was to the IRS.
Okay, all right. So you know that we could deem that as income, right? For purposes of calculating your child support.
But I didn't even receive, it didn't even touch my bank account.
It doesn't have to touch your bank account. And under Texas law, I could deem that $50,000 as income, although it's not income producing. What else? Where else you work?
Well, I'm an attorney.
Okay. What type of law do you practice?
Criminal law.
Criminal law. All right. How much money you make there?
Well, it ebbs and flows.
Well, answer the question, Mr. Wilson.
I make about 80. I bring home about $80,000.
All right, let me look at some documents you turned in here. According to your documents, your tax return last year was $72,000. That's about accurate?
That sounds about right.
Okay, so let me tell you what we're getting ready to do. That $50,000, that was the distribution, right? That's your testimony, right?
That
Your
went to
tax
the
returns
IRS.
are correct, right?
Well,
They
Are your
are.
tax returns correct or they incorrect? Is it a simple
according to my
yes or no?
CPA.
According to your CPA. Okay.
I didn't prepare them.
According to that, I have your doing the gross from the $50,000. That brings your gross to $42,000, $4,200, excuse me. The net of that is $3,510.58. And then, according to your tax return, you make $72,000 in your business, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. So that gross is $6,000, which brings that net to $4,779.38. Who covers health insurance for the children?
I do.
How much is health insurance?
$161.
$161. Let me just make sure. Is that what you're looking at in front of you? Okay, I'm just making sure. I have your document here. $161. You're going to be responsible for reimbursing that to her.
With all the numbers out in the open, the judge doesn't waste any time. She gets straight to recalculating what Mr. Wilson should actually be paying in child support, MR. Wilson argues that the $50,000 wasn't real income, but the judge disagrees. In Texas, any money you earn, whether it's from a paycheck, bonuses, or big payouts, counts when figuring out child support, taking his $72,000 yearly salary as a lawyer into account, plus that oil and gas money. The judge sets a new monthly payment, $2,233. This also includes health insurance costs for the kids. The decision sends a clear message. The court is here to protect the financial needs of the children, not to entertain loopholes or excuses. At this point, it's obvious that Mr. Wilson's attempts to downplay his income didn't help. They only made things worse. The court stands firm. Being a parent means being financially responsible, no matter what.
Well, you don't have to thank me. I didn't do you a favor. That's just what the law says. Okay? So, adding your two net resources together, I have $8,289.96. Reimbursement for the health insurance, prior to adding the reimbursement, it comes out to $2,072.50. Reimbursement of $161 gets you to $2,233.50 because your income did increase from the time that you all got a divorce.
Can I say something?
Can you ask me the question without wasting my time? Can you do that?
I saw on her Instagram that she goes on a lot of trips. I just think this extra
That-
money is
no.
going to go to these trips. I really don't think it's going to go to anything related.
That is not true.
Excuse me.
That is not true.
Excuse me.
You need to stop it.
Excuse me.
I can
Both
show
of
you
you
the
need to
Instagram.
stop it. Both
It's
of you need
Instagram.
to
It's
stop
fake.
it. Excuse me. When I talk, the two of you be quiet. Now I see why y'all got a divorce. Y'all cannot get along.
No, we got
Listen to
divorced 'cause
this.
he cheated.
No, let me tell you about
cheated.
this. I don't care if he cheated. I do not care about her Instagram. All I care about is the money that you've made to make sure that your children are taken care of. According to the documents that your CPA produced, your income went up. Therefore, your children are entitled to an increase. So, final child support amount, $2,233.50. Is there anything further from either of you?
No, ma'am, that'd be great.
Thank you. Anything further, Mr. Wilson?
I guess not, Your Honor.
Well, I guess you all are dismissed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Upset with the judge's decision, Mr. Wilson makes one last attempt to turn things around. He accuses Miss Wilson of spending too much on vacations instead of putting the money toward their kids. But the judge shuts that down right away. She firmly reminds him that this case isn't about how Miss Wilson spends her money. It's about his responsibility to support his children. The focus stays right where it should be, making sure the kids get the support they're legally owed. The judge repeats that the $50,000 payout Mr. Wilson received plays a direct role in calculating his updated support payments. Her no-nonsense approach drives home a key message. When it comes to child support, the court cares about the children's needs, not the parents' personal complaints. Before wrapping things up, Judge Vanderby explains an important point. Under Texas law, child support isn't based just on a regular paycheck. It includes bonuses, business profits, and other types of income, even if that money was used for things like paying taxes. In Mr. Wilson's case, the $50,000 he tried to downplay was a major factor in the final ruling, whether he liked it or not. This case is a clear reminder: the courts take financial honesty seriously. If someone tries to hide income, it's likely going to come to light. No matter how tense things get between parents, the law stays focused on one thing: making sure the kids are taken care of. And with that, this courtroom showdown comes to a firm and final